doing on this wonderful day? Salute to everybody that's in the building, taking this nature walk. It is cold. It is cold. It is cold. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. Let me just show you. I gotta make sure I look at the ground. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I look at the ground because people be letting their dogs do whatever on the ground, on the walkway. But that's beside the point. The Vikings are building momentum. By the way, God bless to everybody. God bless to everybody. The Vikings are out of the playoffs, but they're finishing strong for 2026. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Beating the Lions 23-10 on Christmas Day, I'm gonna be honest with you, was that game showed you a lot. That game showed you a lot when it comes to that this team did not quit, regardless that the season is not ending the way we will want. Of course, we want to go to the playoffs. Of course, we want to potentially make a run. But regardless of all that, the Minnesota Vikings are playing lights out. Defensively, specifically, Brian Flores has this defense playing at an elite level. Brian Flores had his defense playing at an elite level. And if only the Minnesota Vikings can catch up offensively, like I've been saying all season long, I'm one of the few people that was calling out Kevin O'Connell with the play calling and saying, listen, you want to put all this on the defense to be able to stop everything, but what about the scoring? We haven't really scored that many points this season consistently. And offensively, we've been bottom of the barrel all season long. And all I'm saying is this. If your defense is a top 10 defense for pretty much the whole entire season, you should be able to come through for the most part and get a lot of these dubs. A lot of these losses should be dubs. But for us to see our team finish the way they're finishing going into 2026, we tied with right now we're in third in the NFC North. We're third in the NFC North. And we're looking good. What's going on? What's going on, brother man? Let's go to the Bowl 2026, baby. Let's go Vikings, baby. Yeah. Shout out to Prize. What's going on, brother man? Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Yeah, I'm proud of this team. This team could have literally just been like, yo, I'm giving up for the season. I'm not trying anymore. This team could have literally just quit. But no, they said no. The defense definitely didn't quit. And even though the offense is so horrible, shout out to Mike in the building. Perfect time to be an Eagles fan, Mike. You funny. Your offense is ranked 21 in scoring per game. They're ranked number 21. What's the offense rank in total offense? I'm guaranteeing that they probably are ranked number like 28 or 30th in the whole NFL. I'm guaranteeing, this offense has been absolutely horrible. For real. But I still love the way the Vikings came out and beat the Lions and destroyed the Lions' hope. They had a small percentage chance to make the playoffs, but the Vikings closed that 22 point. What position do you want in the draft? I want a safety. I want a running back. I want a defensive tackle. But the two top is corner, safety, and running back. Corner, safety, and running back. Oh, good job, Vikings. Yeah, the Vikings came through. Yeah, the Vikings came through, bro. The Vikings came through. I ain't gonna sit here and cap, man. I've been trying to tell Lion fans, this is not a defense you want to underrate. This defense is all that, man. All that in the bag of chips. I've been trying to tell Lion fans what it was. They didn't want to listen to me. I tried to tell them I wasn't sitting there just talking. Even with our defense being injured and players coming back in and out of the lineup, our defense been ranked top 10 for mainly the whole entire season. And I said, if we can stop Gibbs, if we stop Montgomery, we going to put all the pressure on Jared Goff. And not saying that Jared Goff can't be a solid quarterback or good quarterback, but he plays off of the run game. If he can't play off of that run game, he is not going to get you the dub. And I say that respectfully. Some quarterbacks, if they don't have the run game, if it's not consistent, you're going to, they really, I don't want to say they're not that good, but I'm just being honest. Just being honest here. But I'm so proud of this team on how they're finishing this year. And wow, we can mess around, beat the Packers, and be 9-8, bro. Imagine that. Miss the playoffs and be 9-8. Like, we just needed a couple more wins, and we could have had a double-digit season and potentially making a run this season. Imagine having this top 10 defense in the playoffs. The problem is we don't know what this offense is going to do. The problem is this offense hasn't been consistent. The problem is this offense let us down this year. We wasted a great year when it comes to the defense and a great year when it comes to special teams. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Whether you want to admit it or not, people could talk all this talk about Kevin O'Connell and how good he is as a play caller or whatever. You can't deny the numbers. Look up the total offense. According to Fox Sports, I'm guaranteeing you it has to be probably like bottom of the barrel, bottom 5 team. I'm telling y'all. Hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on real quick. I'm sorry. Hold on real quick. Hello. Do y'all hear me? I want to make sure y'all hear me. All right, so most quarterbacks need complementary football, though. Otherwise, defense can. Yes, that's true. But especially him, though. Like, I think all really do. But, like, him, if he doesn't have the run game, there's not, like, listen, bro. And I like Jared Goff a lot. I say he's one of the best quarterbacks playing off that play action. And the one thing about Jared Goff is if you take that run game away from him, he is not. Oh, you hear me? Okay, cool. If you take that run game away from him, he is really not that good, bro. Like, you got to take that run game away from him. Like, I know all quarterbacks need something, right, from their offensive, like the run game. But him specifically, if you take it away, it's very hard for him, especially if his offensive line can't block. His offensive line got destroyed yesterday by the Vikings defensive line, and all the blitz packages by Brian Flores was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Brian Flores, to me, is one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL, and that's just a fact. Just a fact. But shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Goff is a good quarterback, but when you're getting rocked all night, you're going to have a bad game. Yeah, he got rocked all game. The blitz was coming. He couldn't, the run game, I'm telling y'all, I guarantee you, if the Lions was able to run that ball, different game, the Lions would have won this game. If they was able to run the ball just average, they couldn't even run it, it couldn't even be average when it comes to running the ball. If they was average, not even the best, not even like how the Lions usually run the ball, if the Lions would have ran the ball average, they would have won this game. But the problem is the Vikings defense really held it down. The Vikings defense is legit. And they're not even one of the best teams at stopping the run. They just played lights out yesterday. Their secondary is a little bit better. And overall, this defense just makes plays. This defense is a bend but don't break type defense. And we just made plays all game long. Great performance overall by the Vikings defense. And I'm proud of this team. I'm proud of this team to be able to not just be like, all right, we're just going to suck for the rest of the season. Nope. They said, we're not doing that. We're not having that. We're going to fight to the very end. And I'm not sure if that's Kevin O'Connell or is that Brian Flores. But I'm going to tell you right now, this defense for the mighty Minnesota Vikings been playing with heart all season long. This defense for the mighty Minnesota Vikings been playing with fire all year long. There's not one game where I'm like, yo, this defense was absolutely horrible. Not one game this year. Yes, they gave up points, but they still were trying. But there's so many weeks during the season where you saw this offense look like they couldn't do a dang on thing. A dang on thing. And in the offense looked like they quit. Wide receivers dropping the ball. Offensive linemen taking themselves out the game. Offensive linemen, just, I don't know, man, just not blocking. Just not blocking. I know the offensive line's been hurt, but it's like, come on, man, next man up. Let's go. Let's go. Some Hall of Fame cornerback can function with no run game, but that's rare breeds. Yeah, some. I think all quarterbacks need a run game. I'm going to be honest with you. But even when their run game is taken out, just like taken away, they can still use their feet to get rushing yards. They can use the quick play, the quick passes. It's kind of like the run game in a way, just to keep moving the sticks. Jared Goff, if you take that run game away from him completely like the Vikings did, he doesn't really have, like, he can use his legs. He can definitely move, but he ain't that guy like that, bro. He's not that guy. You know, that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? But even the quick passes, the quick little slants, it's kind of like the run game in a way if your run game has disappeared. And especially if you're a dual threat quarterback, like I said, you can utilize your legs even if your running backs ain't really doing too good. What up, Mike? You see the Steelers-Detroit game last week? Hey, listen, bro. I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't know what the Steelers going to do for this last game. I hope, and when it comes to the Lions are cooked though, man. And you right, the Steelers, man, I don't know, man. They confuse me. The Steelers confuse me. But I am cheering for the Steelers in the AFC because I'm a big I like Aaron Rodgers, even though I can't stand him at the same time. I like going for the underdog. I like going for the older quarterback. I like going for the underdog. And I'm a big Mike Tomlin guy, so I'm going for the Steelers. Flores was defense. Kevin O'Connell can't steal credit for the offense and defense. The problem is, though, when it comes, look, he definitely can't do it now. But people be trying to make so many excuses for him, man. And you know, Mike, because when I be trying to say stuff about Kevin O'Connell, they be like, oh, well, he's still a good coach. And I'm like, all right, where's the definition of a good coach? Because if you don't make adjustments for 14 weeks, and then they make the thing of, oh, well, he's too young. You seen the excuses. He's too young. Or he's going to make mistakes. He's a young coach. Then they make the excuse, well, the team is hurt. Yeah, that's a good excuse. I do agree with that. The team has been hurt. But I always say is, as a head coach, you make adjustments to what's on the field, what you have on that field. That's how I look at it. OC cosplays. Golf has looked bad the past couple of weeks. The Steelers got lucky, though. Love it. Yeah, Steelers, man. Playoffs is right around the corner. If the Steelers don't go to the Super Bowl, I hope the Jag do would be cool. You know. Honestly, this Super Bowl is up in the air. I said it once. I'm gonna say it again. I honestly don't have a clue on who's coming out the AFC, who's coming out the NFC. Honestly, it could be this. It could be the Eagles coming out the NFC, or it could honestly be another team. It could be the Seahawks. It could be the Rams. It could be someone that you least suspect. Like, I don't know, man. But what I will say is the AFC is definitely hard to determine because, I always say when you get to the playoffs, anything can happen. Any given Sunday, any given game. If I had to choose a favorite coming out the AFC, I want to go Broncos, man, because I'm a defense guy. But I could also go Texans, depending on who the Texans play. I love the Texans defense, and I also love Josh Allen. So y'all know how I feel about Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen could take over. Who's to say he can't just really take over and get a Super Bowl? I don't know, man. But I'll tell you one thing: the AFC is tough. Who else am I missing from the AFC? You got the Patriots, you got the Jags, of course, you got the Steelers. But like I said, man, this could easily just go any way when it comes to the playoffs. The playoffs is just up in the air, bro. But yeah, I'm hoping the Jags get blown out. Why, Mike? If the Ravens lose to Green Bay, we're clinched. Right. That's a fact. And if they win, all we need is a win at the Browns, hoping for good news Saturday, though. Yup. Vikings defense is 5th at 19. Points per game. Yeah, we're really good, man. We're really good. Think of how many points they gave up while being tired, though. You know what? They don't want to talk about that, Mike. They think that the Vikings defense can never get tired. The Vikings defense can't give up anything. Whether the offense is playing good or not, the Vikings defense got to shut everything down, which is impossible. At the end of the day, they're human beings. You're going to get tired eventually if you're on the football field for, like you said, a whole extra quarter. But I'm just happy the Vikings are playing well. We are 8-8. I would have never thought we would be a 500 team right now. I am actually pleasantly surprised, and I am proud of the Vikings team for actually being like, I know people are going to talk about, well, that messes up our draft. I don't care, bro. At the end of the day, you could draft number 1, you could draft number 20 in the first round, and the guy that drafted number 20 could have the best pick because he was just the best player. You never know. Hello, good morning, happy holidays. He was just the best player, you know what I mean? So, like I said, bro, like, I don't really care about the draft position, bro. I really don't. I just want to have good momentum going into 2026, and I am a proud Viking fan. I'm a proud Viking fan because they could have easily just quit. They could have easily just said, I'm done with the season. I'm going to just lose to the Lions. But they said, we at U.S. Bank Stadium, and we're not letting them come to our house, and we're going to sweep the Lions this year. I try to tell the Lions, and we got bragging rights for the whole entire offseason. The Viking fans have bragging rights. I better not hear any Lion fans say anything bad about the Vikings. And I'm going to say this. Even if the Lions finish with a better record, say we lose to the Packers and the Lions win their last game, and they finish 9, they finish 9-8, and we finish 8-9. Hey, listen, bro, I don't even care. We're better than y'all because y'all lost to us twice. Can I talk that talk, ladies and gentlemen? Can I talk that talk? This is Josh Allen's year. Patrick is out already. In my opinion, if this is the year for Josh Allen to take another step up when it comes to all-time. I don't want to say I'm trying not to put too much pressure, but I have Josh Allen as the best quarterback in the game, or he's my favorite quarterback in the game. Those who know, right? I'm a big Josh Allen guy. There's not another quarterback like that I could really put above Josh Allen, to be honest with you. I mean, other than a healthy Patrick Mahomes, there's not one other quarterback in the game that I could put above him. And that's including Lamar Jackson when he's doing his thing. That's just my opinion. If Josh Allen can get out of the AFC this year, that's remarkable, even without a Patrick Mahomes being healthy, because the AFC is stacked. The AFC is straight up stacked right now. So, but he's going to have to really, no turnovers. He's going to have to make sure he has to really put it all on the line, bro. Put it all on the line. His wide receivers got to catch the ball. He got to establish the run with what's his name, James Cook, right? James Cook, right? And they gotta just their defense has to come through, and they could honestly come out the AFC. They really could. They could represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, but it's going to be very hard. It's going to be very hard for the Bills to do it. This is a hard year to do it. Catch up in the comments. Being a Steelers. Hold on, I'm trying to catch. Hold on. Yeah, school. What's going on, Smeagol? What's going on, Smeagol, in the building, baby? Hey, I actually gave you a shout out. I didn't want to say your name in the comments, in the short, because I don't know how you feel about that. But I made a short saying what you said in the live stream when you said if we're not going to make it to the playoffs, y'all not making it to the playoffs. So I made sure I said I gave you the shout out. But yeah, man, that game was awesome yesterday. Shout out to Smeagol. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm a Titans fan. Hold up. I'm a Titans fan. Why would I want to see the Jags? Yeah, that's true. Being a Steelers fan, I don't really care about the Jags, but I think it would be cool seeing them there better than the Chiefs or the Patriots. Jason Garrett, he said, Jason Garrett would be proud of you guys. He was Mr. 8 in it. Yeah. Hey, listen, from where we was at, bro, I didn't even think we would have 8 wins this season, bro. Our offense was, like, terrible all season long, bro. Vikings should bring in Jacoby Brissett or Joe Flacco. I want Joe Flacco. I've been saying it since last offseason, and it didn't happen. Hopefully it happens this offseason. But Joe Flacco is my #1 backup quarterback going into 2026. Y'all heard it from your boy before. I'm going to say it again. I'm a big Joe Flacco guy. Some people tell me that Joe Flacco's not the type of quarterback to develop young talent, but I feel like he's not going to have to really develop. All he had to do is just be himself, and him being himself, J.J. McCarthy can learn from him. You know, I said Joe Flacco's a Super Bowl champion. Joe Flacco has already done it all, so he could just observe and copy off the tendencies of Joe Flacco. And I would love to have that in the locker room. But my only thing is this. I think the Vikings want competition. I think the Vikings want a younger quarterback that can potentially take J.J. McCarthy's job. Not that they want that person to do it, but they want someone that can challenge J.J. McCarthy. Because what you don't want to do is put all your eggs in one basket and just think that J.J. McCarthy could be healthy for the whole 2026 season. I think they want to bring competition, but then you think about Joe Flacco. He could come in the game. He can win you some games, but you know he's not the future. You know Joe Flacco isn't the future. I think the Vikings are really trying to find that franchise quarterback. Joe Flacco is like a bridge quarterback pretty much at this point, right? Or they might bring in Aaron Rodgers after this year. I don't know. Unless Aaron Rodgers win the Super Bowl with the Steelers this year. Hey, listen, they might try to bring in Aaron Rodgers. Who knows what they're trying to do. But shout out to everybody in the building. Salute to y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Let's go, baby. Oh, man. It's cold out here, y'all. I ain't going to sit here and cap. Hold on real quick. It is cold out here. Just out here taking this nature walk. All right, over here, I'm not making this up, y'all. I was walking this trail like a couple months ago, right? And out of this bush, like in the springtime or summer, like all this was like tall. And you can't really see what's going on, but I did see a deer like somewhere around there, right? And then as I'm walking, the deer just ran right across me. You see where this line is? I was like literally like probably like 5 feet from this line, and this big buck ran from here and ran right in front of me like it didn't see me. I was like, yo, so you got to really be careful out here, man. These deers out here, they are not scared of humans. I'll tell you that right now. They do not care whether... And I'm 6 foot, so it's not like I'm a small person. You know what I mean? I'm not the tallest, but I'm at least 6 foot, 6'1". And that deer did not give 2 craps. It was a big buck though. It was huge. It was pretty big. But that was just random. Just wanted to let y'all know that. But yeah, Vikings should bring back for that. Josh Allen is the best postseason though. His defense loses the games. He just gets the blame. Yes. And I always say that, man. That's why I said the defense has to play good, bro. Like, Josh Allen's defense got to step up, bro. Like, Josh Allen can't let it. He got to control what he can control. He cannot turn the ball over. He cannot turn the ball over. And if he doesn't turn the ball over and his defense makes a couple of good plays, you know sky's the limit when it comes to Josh Allen. I don't care what nobody says. People could hate all they want. I want him, before he retires, I want Josh Allen to get a Super Bowl. There's a couple of quarterbacks I want to get a Super Bowl. I would love to see Lamar. I would love to see Josh. I would love to see Drake May. Of course, J.J. McCarthy. That's my quarterback. Who else? But those are the guys that's off the top of my head, bro. Like, I really mess with Josh, and I mess with Drake. Y'all know how I feel about Drake May from the Patriots. I was messing with Drake May in that 2024 NFL draft. I was like, yo, that's the guy I mess with the most, man. Him and Caleb Williams, but Caleb Williams was too high in the draft. Josh better get it this year. Yeah, he got it. It's a good chance. Yeah, this year has been wild. A lot of new teams fighting for the title. Yeah, it's all love, my brother. Yeah, man, thank you for that, bro. Smeagol, what's good? Chris Real, what's good? I think they should do a Mac Jones because he's young still. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Mike. Because, like, as much as I say Joe Flacco, I don't think they're going to put all their eggs in one basket. I just don't think, because they want somebody that that can play, but can potentially take his job, because they want to have consistency. They don't want to just have Joe Flacco for 1 or 2 seasons and then he retires. They want to have a quarterback for 10 years. They want to have a quarterback for 8 years. They don't want just a rental, you know what I mean, just a bridge quarterback. Like, that was for this year. Next year, I think they're really going to go for Mac Jones. I said Mac Jones. Someone said it before I did. And I looked at Mac Jones. His stats are not bad. You know what I mean? They're actually pretty good. What does Mac Jones say? I don't know if he says this, but let's go. I'm Mac Jones. Don't act like you don't know my name. Ain't nothing fake but the babe. I'ma stay the same. I'm Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. Yeah. Mac Jones, man. Bring him in the house. You said, and if McCarthy proves these glass cannon, you need someone good and young. Yes, exactly. Yeah. A-Rod needs to retire, to be honest. He definitely on his last, for real. He might retire, though. He might retire. Cody, what's good, Cody? Cody in the building. My bad. I just got hyped for a second. My bad. What's going on, everybody? He said, what's his name? Dork 2. You're not a dork, brother. Shout out to you. Chris Burrell said, hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button when y'all come in the building. Shout out to you. Kelly Uber is still out for the Sixers tonight. Oh, yeah. I'm going to probably be live for that game tonight, too, by the way. I don't even know who the Sixers play tonight, bro. I don't even know who they play, but I'll probably be live. I'm glad we won 4 of 5 straight. Just sucks. We're getting hot late. You know what sucks? Our defense been good all season long. It's our offense. Our offense been absolute. Look, I'm a Kevin O'Connell. Like, I like Kevin O'Connell. But I don't put Kevin O'Connell on a pedestal like some other people do. And I say this respectfully. I'm not trying to come at Kevin O'Connell, but I'm keeping it real. If you watch, like, people were trying to tell me it's the defense's fault when it comes to a couple of these losses. And I'm like, bro, you can't make this stuff up, bro. You can't be an apologist for everything that the offense looked like. The offense could look brutally bad all game, and defense gives up a last minute touchdown. Oh, it's the defense's fault. Huh? They shut them down the whole entire game. The one time they let them get a touchdown, oh, it's the defense's fault. I'm like, well, what about the other 3 quarters where we can't score? And it's like, I just don't understand, regardless of the offensive line being hurt, regardless of J.J. McCarthy being in and out of the lineup, I feel like we should have looked a lot better. I'm not saying we should be looking like a Super Bowl offense. We should be a top 10 offense. I never said that. But we should look decent. We should look average. We shouldn't look below average all season long. And then we like, oh, well, yeah, man, it's the defense that let us down at the end. What? Are we watching the same thing? Are we watching the same game? Like, what are we doing? What are we really looking at? Are we looking at the same game? And I say that respectfully. And I'm not trying to come at Kevin O'Connell, but that was a terrible performance all season long. And then people go and try to give excuses. Well, he like I give him credit. He simplified the offense week 14. I'm happy about that, right? But then people are going to tell me, well, why should he have to dumb it down? Well, sometimes you have to dumb it down. Like I said before, example of when you say you're the supervisor of a job or a manager at a job, and say listen, the new employee that just got hired, right? Maybe they're not grasping the system as fast as some other people would. So you slowly work them in, like, all right, so you do this and do that, and I'll do this. And then once you get the grasp, once you grasp this portion of the job, then I'm gonna add more to it. And then I'm gonna add more to it. And then you'll finally get to the same, you'll get on the same level as everybody else. Sometimes you have to do that. I don't like using the word dumbing down, but it's a lot for a rookie quarterback to even if he sat out a whole year, to be able to run an offense, and it's his first year, bro. The whole playbook. Here you go, JJ McCarthy. Do this whole playbook. Come on, bro. On top of you not running the ball consistently. On top of you not running the ball consistently. Y'all know how I feel. I think every Viking fan should feel the way I'm feeling when it comes to this. We are Adrian Peterson people, right? We are Chester Taylor people, right? We are running back people, right? We know how it feels to have an all-time great running back. So we love when we run the ball. So you're telling me the best friend of a quarterback besides the offensive line is the dang on running back. Because not only running backs can run the ball, they block and they can catch. Why would you not run the ball if you're averaging 4.2 a carry with both of your running backs? Why would you get away from the running game and say, Jason McCarthy, instead of us running the ball on 3rd and 1, how about we do a play action pass knowing our offensive line is banged up, and we'll go from there? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure if you haven't already, hit that like button, and also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. Salute to each and every one of y'all that's in the building. I tend to go on these nature walks because I like to get my steps in. It's always good to get your steps in. It's a little cold out here too, by the way. It's cold. Like, it is so cold. My hands are freezing. But we're going to let it rock. All right, so shout out to Daniel. It's too late because we're out of the playoffs. Yeah, it is too late. It is. But I still love the fact that the Vikings are playing hard. Like, I love how they're playing hard. Like, this team has so much left to give. And it's a dang on shame that we could not get this offense together all season long. And if you're a Viking fan, you should feel as passionate as me and be irritated because this defense has been a top 10 defense all season, and our offense has been absolutely horrible all season long. Do we not want to win a Super Bowl or not? Let's start giving these coaches, even though he might be your favorite coach or your favorite player, we holding everybody accountable. From the GM to the coach to the players to the owners. Everybody's held accountable. And this is some bogus stuff that we waited to the end of the season to adjust their play calling. And then on top of that, it's bogus because I know our starter quarterback keeps getting hurt. That's another bogus thing. We can't do nothing about it. But we got to figure something out, bro. We cannot go into 2026 being so nonchalant with the backup quarterback. We literally waited 2 weeks prior to the season starting, or probably, I think like 2 weeks prior to the season starting to sign Carson Wentz. We all forgot about Carson Wentz. Did you know Carson Wentz he was our backup quarterback, bro? Because we waited last minute. We put all of our eggs in one basket with a rookie quarterback. We put our eggs in one basket with a backup quarterback like Sam Howell prior to letting him go. Like, what was we doing, bro? Ain't nothing changed by my name. I'm still Mac Jones. Ain't nothing changed but the fame. I'ma stay the same. I'm Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. Hey, let's go get Mac Jones in the Minnesota Viking uniform. If they're willing to trade him for the right pick though. Cause I ain't gonna lie, bro. I might be on the Mac Jones train. I might be on the Mac Jones train trying to get him to Minnesota for next season. Because I'm going to tell you right now, this season, in 2026, we ain't doing this, bro. Yes, I have a lot of confidence in J.J. McCarthy. I believe in J.J. McCarthy, but one thing I won't do is I choose the team over any one player, and I refuse to have this season be over because our quarterback gets hurt again. If our quarterback gets hurt again, we got Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. And he'll be our starter if J.J. gets hurt. I still want to give J.J. McCarthy an opportunity to shine, but at the same time, if he don't shine or if he gets hurt, we have to have a backup plan. We have to have a plan B. Straight up. Yeah, I don't like Kevin O'Connell. He made bad challenges. yeah, you was calling him out about that. He's a dummy when it comes to being a head coach. And I've not been impressed with, exactly. With offensive coordinator part, yes. The only handled Wentz how long it took to change oh my gosh, bro. You are so right. See, great minds think alike because I was just thinking like that. Skull Smeagol. Our defense has been really good lately. Our defensive coach should be our head coach next season. People are saying, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I think, what are you doing? I think people are going to want to keep Kevin O'Connell over Brian Flores because of the, he got like a case on the NFL. I think he's like suing the NFL, so they probably don't want to do that, bro. But I'll say this though, it is a conversation because I'm gonna tell you this right now. Say he does get a head coach job somewhere else, and say that team gets to the playoffs, and we keep Kevin O'Connell as the head coach, and we don't get to the playoffs again in 2026. Oh my goodness, that would be the worst mistake ever. If you let Brian Flores go, and he becomes a head coach, and that team goes to the playoffs, whew, and our defense is going to take a step back. People keep forgetting. Our defense is going to take a step back, man. Good job this week. Y'all got one more against Green Bay. Go Vikes next week. Let's get it, baby. Let's go to the bowl, brother, man. He should have been able to grasp it 2 years, but he didn't, so it's up to Kevin Steen to adapt. Exactly. Offense, there's a coach's job. Washington, oh, my gosh. Ben Johnson. Sorry about that. I don't want to compare Ben Johnson to Kevin O'Connell, bro. I think Ben Johnson is, like, way beyond when it comes to, like, offensive-minded coordinator that became a head coach. That's just my opinion. I'm not hating on Kevin O'Connell, but I'm just giving you my opinion. Ben Johnson, they try to say Caleb Williams was a bust after his rookie season. I'm like, yo, how is he a bust after his rookie season? He showed flashes in his rookie season. Just like people are trying to say Drake May had this terrible season as a rookie. I'm like, what are we all watching? Do you expect a rookie to play like, who played well? Oh, do they expect a rookie to play like Jaden Daniels their rookie season every single year? Rookies don't do that, bro. That was just an all-time great rookie year, bro. That doesn't happen. Do they expect Bo Nix to be able to, even though he has a great defense behind him, you expect Bo Nix to make play after play when needed and get his team to the playoffs his rookie season? Do they expect, like, rookies don't do that, bro. CJ Stroud was amazing his rookie season as well. Like, it doesn't happen often. It's starting to happen a little bit more often, but sometimes it takes rookie quarterbacks, depending on the team around them, it takes them a few years, bro. You know what I mean? It's just a blessing that we're seeing. We have a lot of great young quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Drake May is in his second year. Oh, by the way, leave in the comments below. Who do you think is the MVP right now? If the season was to end today, who would you name MVP? Is it Matthew Stafford? Is it Drake May? Who else? I can't disagree. Let's get it. All right, so yeah, Ben Johnson's amazing. We still won with McCarthy out, Mason and TJ. Yep. I like JJ. I like JJ a lot, but the best ability is availability. We cannot put our eggs in one basket in 2026 when it comes to JJ McCarthy because he keeps getting hurt. And I'm just being honest, bro. Like, I'm a big JJ McCarthy guy, but I think he has the ability, but he's not available. You know what I mean? I like JJ McCarthy, but it's not like we got to keep it real. Like, people be like, oh, Mike, you hating on Jay. I'm not hating on JJ. Like, JJ has to be healthy, though. Oh, thank you, bro. You look like, oh, yeah, thank you, bro. My wife got it for me for Christmas. Got this jacket. Yeah. Thank you, bro. Seahawks Nation. Yup, shout out to the Seahawks. Happy Boxing Day. Shout out to the... Yo, boxing is all that, man. I just... Crawford retired. I feel bad, but I'm happy at the same time. I'm so glad we knocked out the Lions. Oh, my gosh. For us to knock out the Lions, bro, it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Where did you get... my wife got it. I got to ask my wife. We should have kept him, Sam. Look at what he's doing. Oh, yeah, Seattle is amazing right now. Bring in Mac Jones and let him battle for the starting job with McCarthy. Can't win 3 years. Knowledge of offense he doesn't deserve. Oh, wow. That's a fact, bro. There is zero chance your defense plays good next year if Flores is gone. Facts, bro. Your offense will have to score 30 points a game to go to the postseason. Stafford MVP. Stafford MVP. All this glazing of Ben Johnson. Who hasn't done... Oh, I'm just giving credit when credit is due. I don't believe that if you give someone a compliment, it's just glazing. I just feel like people use the glazing word way too often. So if I say, like, opposing, like, for example, right? If I say Josh Allen is a very good quarterback and he's probably the best quarterback in the game, is that considered glazing? I feel like glazing is a term when you're like, when someone can do no wrong. When no matter what a person does, they can do no wrong. That's how I look at it. But if I give someone a compliment and say that Ben Johnson has turned around the Bears organization as a whole and said and actually made Caleb Williams look so much better with his play calling, I think that's just a compliment. I don't think that's glazing. I feel like people should be able to give a compliment to someone, even if it's an opposing coach or opposing player, without it be called glazing. But you're entitled to your own opinion. I just feel like the glazing word is such a common word when someone's giving a compliment to an opposing player or a coach. Like, I don't know, man. That's just my opinion. Jalen Hurts MVP. JJ McCarthy has Carson Wentz vibes. Oh, man. Pretty sure he's been hurt more than Wentz in total already, though. When did Ben Johnson have a quarterback and when did he have a quarterback and win? Well, he hasn't won, I'll tell you that. But if you look at the offense for the Lions compared to the offense last year, let's really think about it, right? He was the offensive coordinator of the Lions. Look at the offense for the Lions this year. The offense for the Lions has definitely downgraded. Is that a fact, or am I just considered glazing? The offense for the Lions has been not terrible, but they haven't been on the elite path like they were last year when they won 15 games. The reason why they won 15 games, yes, their defense was pretty darn good and they got hurt. They were pretty good before they got hurt, but their offense was probably the biggest reasons why they won 15 games last year. That's just a fact. He didn't win a Super Bowl, but you can't deny that he was good. You can't deny that he helped the offense for the Lions, and you could tell the difference this year. The Lions offense does not look the same. And then when you compare what the Bears offense looked last year and compare what they look this year, you can't deny that the Bears offense has improved. Caleb was considered bad though, just not year. Yeah, MVP quarterback, I say Jags. I never said that he's a perfect coordinator, but I'm giving you facts though. Like, I'm giving you facts that when it comes down to it, when he was the coach, when he was the offensive coordinator for the Lions offense was really good. And then even now, him being the head coach, the Bears were absolutely horrible offensively last year. And Ben Johnson came through, and now look at the offense. Now, I hope I don't see consistency. I hope they don't win against us. But I'm going to be honest with you. Caleb Williams looks like a different quarterback with the play calling. He does look different. But I don't think that's considered glazing. That's just a fact. If you look at the numbers, if you look at what the Lions did this year offensively compared to what they did last year, that is a fact, bro. Like, they look so much better. I mean, they look so much worse, the Lions offense looks so much worse. Nah, I don't never do that. He still hasn't won a Super Bowl, but I can't. But just because he hasn't won a Super Bowl, there's a lot of coaches that ain't never won a Super Bowl. There's a lot of players that ain't never won a Super Bowl. So I'm not going to say he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. But I will say that I'm giving him credit that he's improved the teams that he's been an offensive coordinator for, from my knowledge. Just the only knowledge I know. From what I know, Ben Johnson, when he was the coach of the Lions, that offense was pretty good, right? And then now he's the head coach of the Bears. The offense looked way better than what it was. That's all I'm saying. He still has to win a Super Bowl. I hope he doesn't. He had the Lions. What's up? He had the Lions offense steamrolling. He turned the Bears bums offense around, and it's similar. That's all I'm saying. Now, has he won a Super Bowl? That's not true. He hasn't won a Super Bowl, but it looks a lot better. That's all that matters. As long as you improve, that's all that matters right now. Especially from a franchise that they try to, you thought that Caleb was a bust, and maybe he's not a bust. Hold on real quick. On like Caleb. Packers Vikes game will likely not be important. The seeding if the Packs win Saturday. Yeah, that's true. That's true. If I was the Vikings, coach, I wouldn't even play at this point with the fractured hand. Hold on real quick. I wouldn't even play JJ McCarthy because I just don't want it to get worse, man. I want him to be 100% healthy going into 2026. Knocked us out if we could beat them. And we beat the Bears. And we beat the Bears week 1. We beat the Bears week 1. Knocked us out and could beat them last game. We would have had a playoff shot with these last 5 wins. I bet we would be in the wild card. Yeah, I feel like there was a couple of games that we could have won. I think one of the worst losses was against the Ravens. The Bears lost. We could have swept the Bears this year. I think we could have swept the Bears. Our defense shut, like I said, I gave compliments to Ben Johnson. Our defense shut Ben Johnson down, bro. We shut them down. It's just our offense been so brutally terrible all season long. So we didn't have a chance. We didn't have a chance. We shut them down, bro. And we still couldn't win because our offense was so terrible for most of the year. But shout out to everybody in the building. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is One YouTube Family Sports with Design. and that separate us. Uh, yeah, Packers are going to be 7th seed. So we had a bust in Axe Darnold and win 14 games, but he but hey, look at Ben. Well, I get it. I think I'm not saying Kevin O'Connell isn't a decent coach, but what I will say is I don't care about Sam Darnold, what he did with Sam Darnold. I care what he's doing with J.J. McCarthy. I'm caring about recent right now because we drafted J.J. McCarthy with the 10th overall pick. We traded up to go get him, and he's our franchise quarterback. And he waited till week 14 to simplify the offense, knowing that your rookie quarterback was struggling. He waited till week 14 to adjust his play calling to the talent that was on the football field. When your offensive line is banged up, why are you still calling plays for them to develop down the field like 15 yards down the field when you know your offensive line is banged up? And if you know that your quarterback is struggling, why would you continue to run that type of offense? I'm happy that Kevin O'Connell admitted kind of and sort of to say that I'm going to simplify the offense for my quarterbacks, but it shouldn't have taken him to week 14 to adjust his play calling. It shouldn't have taken him that long. And I'm not even trying to make this a Kevin O'Connell and Ben Johnson debate who's better. But what I will say is this. Ben Johnson, in my opinion, is further along when it comes to him developing a young quarterback than Kevin O'Connell, because Kevin O'Connell took week 14 to finally realize that his quarterback is struggling. And Ben Johnson, from the start of the season, well, not really the start. He did struggle a little bit because we beat him week 1. But the Bears' offense has been pretty darn good pretty much all season long. They're probably top 5 offense all season long. And he's ahead of Kevin O'Connell when it comes to developing a young quarterback, a second-year quarterback, I'll say. Not a rookie, but a second-year quarterback. When it comes to Kevin O'Connell, like, I'm happy he adjusted, but I feel like you wasted a whole entire season waiting to adjust your offense when our defense was a top 10 defense all season long. This defense been playing lights out most of every game. And this offense been bottom 30, bottom 5 all year long. All year long. Yes, J.J. McCarthy got hurt. Yes, our offensive line is hurt. Yes, Carson Wentz had to play. Yes, Max Brosmer played. But I'm talking about when we had J.J. McCarthy in the game. When J.J. McCarthy played against the Falcons, I went to that game. The Viking fan base booed the crap out of they just booed the crap out of him, bro. I was there. The stadium was empty, not like probably like almost a quarter, not completely empty, but a lot of people were leaving the stadium in the third quarter, bro. Like, I'm being honest. That's how bad the offense looked. And he still didn't make adjustments. He still didn't make no real adjustments. I do give credit to Kevin O'Connell when it comes to making veteran quarterbacks play a lot better, like Kirk Cousins. He made Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold was considered a bust prior to him coming to the Vikings, and he made Sam Darnold one of the best quarterbacks in the game when it comes to, I think he really helped him along. I really do. I give him that credit. But right now, I'm not even focusing on what he did for Kirk Cousins. I'm not focusing on what he did for Sam Darnold. What I am focusing on is what he's going to do for the quarterback we have in the building right now. The quarterback we have in the building right now is J.J. McCarthy, and I believe in J.J. McCarthy. I think J.J. McCarthy has the ability to be a good quarterback one day. But the problem is I just feel like the play calling was bad early on, and he keeps getting hurt, which I'm hoping that he can get that together, but that just happens. I'm not blaming him for the injuries, but it does suck because the only way you can get experience, only way you can get better is by playing on the football field. He's not going to be able to get better by being hurt. To be bounced in the first round in 28th pick, yeah, so Crazy can trade. Lost never. Hey, listen, Crazy did good with Will Reichard. Crazy did good with Will Reichard. Will Reichard is probably one of the best field goal kickers. One of the best. I ain't gonna say he's the best field goal kicker in Viking history, but Will Reichert is good though. Will Reichert is really good. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Yeah. You also could have lost twice to the Bears. That's a fact. We could have lost twice to the Bears. Yeah, J.J. McCarthy was amazing though. In that last quarter, he ran for a touchdown. He threw 2 touchdown passes. Now, I'm glad we lost to the almighty Ben Johnson. We lost to him. Nah, we should have won that game. You won and lost to be. Yeah. Skol, my guy. Skol, brother. Kevin O'Connell isn't a decent coach. He isn't a decent coach. It's the Bears' time now. We'll see. And Indians, he didn't admit. He just said McCarthy wasn't good enough to run his offense. He slimmed it down. Yeah. And this is another thing. I see my boy Dylan in the building. That's another thing. We wasted this great defense all season long. And Hitman, if you don't know who that is Harrison Smith. He's probably going to end up retiring. So, like, dang, bro, like, I don't know, man. Like, I ain't saying fire Kevin O'Connell. They're not going to fire Kevin O'Connell. What I will say is this. This offense better be better next year. That's all I'm going to say. It better be better next year. Hitman has really shown these past few weeks just how much of a quarterback on the defense he is. Pre-snap, he's the signal caller. Yeah, he's amazing. He's been terrific, especially last game. Against the Lions, he was absolutely terrific. I'm a big Harrison Smith guy. Like, he's one of my favorite players in Minnesota Viking history on defense. I think he's a Hall of Famer. That's just my opinion. I don't care. Respectfully speaking, if you say he's not a Hall of Famer, we're going to have to agree to disagree. I think Harrison Smith is a Hall of Famer, and I feel like we wasted his last good season on this stupid offense. This offense, and I'm not talking about any specific player, but I'm just talking about how bad this offense is in general, how we looked all season. I can't believe we wasted this whole entire season. It just doesn't make sense. How can anybody stick up for this, for an offensive-minded head coach that had this offense looking so freaking bad all season long? How can anybody stick up for this dude? Like, I'm being honest. I want to win a Super Bowl. I don't want to win 14 games and get booted out of the playoffs in the first round. I'm tired of it, bro. And now you got one of my favorite players probably going to retire after this season. And he's not going to be able to go to the playoffs his last season in the NFL. And our defense is ranked number like top 10, right? And it just sucks, man. This defense is ranked top 10, and we wasted this whole entire season. And my boy Harrison Smith, I don't know, man. I would have liked to see Harrison Smith play one more season in the playoffs with the purple and gold. I'm not sure if he's going to retire. I'm not sure if he made an announcement yet. But what I will say is this is some bull crap, bro. This year, I'm happy how we're finishing. But I am very disappointed because at the same time, because it's going to look so much different next year. This defense is not going to be the same. And if Harrison Smith retires, I'm going to be kind of like, I'm happy for him. You know what I mean? I think it's a Hall of Famer. But it sucks, man. This freaking offense just was horrible all season long, bro. Anybody that sticks out for this is just like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know what you're watching. I know there's injuries. It's part of the game. The 49ers lost their starting quarterback. The 49ers lost the best middle linebacker. You don't hear them complaining. They lost the best middle linebacker in the game. They lost their quarterback for a decent amount of games. They also lost other players, but you don't hear them complaining. That's what good coaching does. They adjust to what they have on the field. And I don't see Kevin O'Connell do that enough. As a Viking fan, I don't see him do it enough. Like, there's no reason for us to look this bad offensively. I don't care, bro. I do not care what's going on that field. There's no way our offense should be this bad. It's crazy. Ben Johnson had a generational prospect, but yeah, let's compare like they're the same. Well, if you're talking about Caleb, people say Caleb was a bust his first season. And on top of that, Everybody can say what they want. It's a generational talent, this and that and the third. But the NFL is different than college. Whether you do great in college or not, when you get to the NFL, how many times have people said, oh, this is a generational talent. He gets to the NFL and he's a bust, because there's no such thing as a perfect prospect. When you get drafted, you have to develop them. You have to have the right game plan. You have to have the right play calling. You have to be able to cover up their deficiencies and improve on their deficiencies so they can be a decent player. So Ben Johnson is doing that. What about Kevin O'Connell with J.J. McCarthy? That's my question. I'm not trying to compare Ben Johnson to Kevin O'Connell. And I don't want the Bears to do good. But you can't deny I'm a straight rider. You don't want to mess with hey, and you know what I'm saying? But you can't deny that Ben Johnson got this offense, got the Bears. I'm not going to say it. Ben Johnson got the Bears offense looking good. Yeah, and Caleb struggling like crazy. But y'all tripping because it's Kevin O'Connell's fault that JJ was struggling. Yeah, and Caleb struggled. Like, yeah, he did. He did. But they got a whole new coach as a result. And now he's not struggling. Yeah, rookies do struggle. He did struggle. And the rookie year for J.J. McCarthy, he sat because of his meniscus. So this is kind of considered his rookie season. But my whole thing is this. You adjust to the play calling. You adjust the game to what's going on the football field. Caleb Williams is light years ahead of him. All see, I didn't even say that. I'm gonna let my boy Smeagol say that. I'm just gonna let him say that. Y'all are like the Cowboys of it. Oh, stop it. We're not. Don't ever compare the Minnesota Vikings to the Dallas Cowboys. I say that respectfully. Don't you ever compare the Minnesota Vikings to the Dallas Cowboys, bro. Respectfully speaking, I've never seen a fan base so happy and content with not making. No. I'm not happy and content. See, that's what you putting that out there like we happy not to make the playoffs. No, I am happy that the team didn't give up on the season, meaning they're still fighting to the last game. Some teams give up to the point where you could tell they don't care anymore. And that's what I'm saying. Of course, as a Viking fan, I want to make the playoffs. Of course, as a Viking fan, I want us to do great things. Big things popping, little things stopping. And I'm not content. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. I am frustrated that the Vikings couldn't do anything because of how great this defense was. I'm not content at all. And I'm going to speak for all the Viking fans. I don't care. I'm speaking for every Viking fan that's watching this live or every Viking fan all around the world. We are not content to miss the playoffs this year. I know Viking fans all around the world do not want to miss the playoffs. That's not what we think. That's not how we're thinking. If Viking fans are happy about winning against the Lions, we knocked them out. That's a division rival. We knocked them out of the playoffs. And on top of that, we're happy because this team isn't giving up. Even though the season's over, they're not giving up. They're still playing hard. A lot of teams throw in the white towel and they say, I'm done. I'm not tackling. I'm going to play two-hand touch and it's not going to be like, no. This team is playing hard all the way down to the end, bro. And that's why I respect the Vikings and what they're doing right now. Even though the season is over, they're still playing hard. I can't believe the Bears were good this year. I was shocked. I'm so glad Casey went and done Mahomes, his company sent him. Name a fan base who doesn't believe in their team. That's a fact. I'm so excited McCarthy to waste 3 more years of no. I hope not. I want to see JJ McCarthy shine, man. I really do. But as a Viking fan, we do have to keep it real though. Like, we have to get another quarterback in the building. Not saying I want to draft a quarterback. I'm talking about either a backup like Joe Flacco. Give me Joe Flacco as a backup, or get me a younger backup like a Mac Jones or a Mac Jones. Don't act like you don't know my name. Someone that could challenge JJ McCarthy. My boy Too Evil said, oh, we gonna wait. Yeah, Jettas, man, I feel bad for Justin Jefferson, man. Gosh, Lee, bro. He's struggling to get 1,000 yards this year. Dang. Kirk Cousins played pretty similar, though. He just went to a better organization. Kevin O'Connell has benefited from getting good talent from bad teams. He's better than the really bad organizations, though. Riker doesn't have any plays called for except kick. That's funny. That's a fact, Too Evil. Hey, listen, we got to give Crazy credit for Will Riker, y'all. Hey, listen, you can say what you want about Crazy, but you got to give him credit for that when it comes to the draft. And you have to give him credit for Andrew Van Ginkel, Blake Cashman. Hold on now, I'm not done. Andrew Van Ginkel, Blake Cashman. Who else? Who else he brought in? Jonathan Grenard. Isaiah Rodgers is pretty good, in my opinion. He re-signed Byron Murphy. And hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? Eric Wilson. Eric Wilson's another good pickup. Y'all. Kevin O'Connell, Harrison made some really good plays. Yes, he did. Kevin O'Connell seems to be a terrible play. Oh my gosh. And Too Evil, you're being honest, bro. People, when you honest, they don't like that. It's true though, bro. Nah, it isn't Kevin O'Connell. It's obvious everyone else's fault. Yeah, McCarthy is a terrible quarterback, but Kevin O'Connell makes him even worse. Oh my gosh. Come on, Too Evil. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro. I'll probably blame Flores for he had bad McCarthy and bro show. Nah, y'all right. Everything is Kevin O'Connell. No. We're not gonna do that. It's not all on Kevin O'Connell. It's everybody besides the defense. And some special teams, you know what I mean? Besides Will Riker. Will Riker was lights out all season. Will Riker and of course in the defense. Everybody else's fault. Justin Jefferson dropped passes. Jordan Addison dropped passes. Speedy Naylor dropped passes. Yeah, it's everybody's fault but the defense. Total blame, everybody. Everybody's fault. 49ers played an easy schedule. Hey, listen. Regardless if they played an easy schedule or not, they was hurt. Look up their injury. Look up their injuries, bro. Look up their injuries, Sarah. Look up the top injuries like on their team, bro. Not bro. You get what I'm saying. You my sister. But like look up the top injuries. That's all I'm saying. They might have had an easier schedule, but they were hurt. They were probably more hurt than the Vikings. And I'm being honest. And we know how hurt we was this season. So, but everybody that's in the building, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. Salute to everybody that's in the building right now. And I truly appreciate y'all. I'm about to get off in a few minutes. What's going on, everybody? And we just yapping. I'm about to get off this live stream, though. How's Kurt doing? He better... Y'all going at it in the comments. Kirk got hurt with the Achilles. I like the Kirk though. I think Kevin O'Connell and Kirk Cousins was a good little combination, bro. Like, I really do think that's a slept-on combination. I might have not listen. He was my quarterback. His first cousin, Captain Kirk. I like the Kirk Cousins with Kevin O'Connell. But I think once he tore his Achilles and they drafted Jason McCarthy, it was a wrap. But shout out to everybody in the building. I gotta get off this live stream. But I'll be live probably later on, and I will be live on my other channel for the Sixers, most likely. So if you are subscribed to my Sixers channel, I'll be live on that channel. Mike Sports Vibes Ballin'. I don't even know who the Sixers play. I'm just so I don't know. But shout out to everybody in the building. God bless to everybody. Happy holidays. Hold on. Happy holidays. And until next time, y'all. Peace out.